All right, we are here for another episode of Building Character. I'm your host, Rick, here at the Game Trade Media / Comic Wow Studios in Timonium, Maryland. And on today's episode, we're going to do, again, it's a 5th edition game, 5th edition character that we're going to build. And these are pre-gen characters that we are now going to use in an actual one-shot adventure scenario for some publishers. When I can wrangle them all in, I've already got some confirmations on that they would really like to do this from some individuals. So what you're helping me do is build those pre-generated characters for that one-shot scenario for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. So far on Building Character, we have built a half-orc monk named Gazira, a dragonborn, it was a dragonborn bard who plays the bagpipes, and her name was Madeira Revenon. She's a draconic silver dragon ancestry, which is kind of cool. And during Tabletop Day, International Tabletop Day at Games and Stuff, I had some of them help me build another character there. We did another build there, and that was for a male dwarven cleric. So we have 3 characters, but now I need your guys' help for another one. I don't want to, because we want to see a lot of the different races and classes. So let's refresh my page so I can see who all is watching. We'll talk about the prize today. There's a big prize today that I think you guys will enjoy. And we'll pick a character. So let me quick refresh. All right. And see who all is watching. And then we'll roll some stats. Get the ball rolling on this new character. All right. Hey, Keith, thanks for joining. We got Keith in the house. All right. So, you got to watch this video because I know everybody wants to see what the prizes are. I put a picture up showing what's in the prize pack. So, over here on the close-up camera, you see one of the prizes is Tales from the Yawning Portal. Another one of the prizes will be a player's handbook, a dungeon master guide, 2 blister packs of the new miniatures from WizKids. We got Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures and Deep Cuts. Human Female Rogue and a Human Ranger are the 2 there, which is kind of cool. And also, someone will get this. This is a first printing from the Dungeons & Dragons Rules for Fantastic Medieval War Games Campaigns, playable with paper and pencil and miniature figures by Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson. So, published by Tactical Studies Guide. It is a copyright 1974, first print. So that's pretty cool right there. And this can be yours. You get those 3 books, this awesome collectible to add to your RPG collection, and a couple miniatures. So that's not a bad prize pack, huh? So, hey, what's up, Jared, Michael, Nolan? Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining us. So make sure you guys are liking this this broadcast. Hit that like button so we know that you're enjoying it. So I need some help, guys. We're going to roll some stats and we're going to pick a character class. But first, let's go with a race. We need to know what race we're going to be. Is it elf, halfling, human, gnome, half-elf, or tiefling? Those are the ones we have left that we haven't done a build on yet. So we need to pick one of those races for this character. All right. But let's roll some stats and find out what the class will be. I'm just going to set that there so you guys can see that. That's one of the pieces to the prize pack today. All right, so first stat, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Oh, painful, an 8. So I'm just going to write that on my scratch paper first. So we have an 8. That is rough. Yeah, Tiefling is pretty cool. Got some Tiefling love going on in there. All right, here's our next roll for a stat. We got an 8 already. All right, there we have a 9, 10, 14. Very cool. Taking the top 3, so we have a 14. That's not a bad stat. There we go, 14. So in order for me to know who I'm going to get selected into winning this, awesome prize pack where you can get a player's handbook for 5th edition, a DMG for 5th edition, Tales of the Yawning Portal, 2 blister packs, and this here awesome piece of collectible history from Dungeons and Dragons. Make sure you like this broadcast. If you feel like sharing it so that you can get your friends involved, that'd be great as well. Here we go. Next stat. Oh, 9. I think I'm gonna move these dice out of the rotation, put them over here, and grab 4 different ones, because those ones are just painful. All right. Hey, Richard Jackson. Here we go. All right. 11. That is tough. This character is not going to be the powerhouse, that's for sure. All right, so scroll this down a little bit. A character, not a sheet of paper with numbers on it. How do we enter the giveaway again? Just like this broadcast, everybody. If you want to get entered into the giveaway, you need to just like the broadcast so that I can get your name put in the hat, and then we'll announce you at the end of the broadcast. All right. Here we go. Next stat. We got 4. Oh, there we go. What's that? 9, 10, 11, 12. A 12. All right. And we got 1 more. Human peasant. Sean? Yeah, it looks like a human peasant. All right, here we go. Last stat. Let's give us some big love here, dice. All right, 14. Another 14. So not a no powerhouse stats, but depending on what race we pick, it could absolutely change some of those. So let's go ahead and figure that out. So a lot of you said Tiefling. So what are you guys thinking? We got elf, halfling, human, gnome, half elf, or tiefling. Those are the ones races that have not been used yet in our character building. And for those of you that, as a reminder, we are building pre-generated characters for a one-shot scenario adventure that we're putting together that's going to involve some awesome publishers from the gaming industry sitting at the table playing together. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So what do you guys think? Wow, tiefling. I know we had tieflings before. All right, got it. Tiefling it is. So our race is a tiefling. There we go. Tiefling. Now, the classes that are available, because we've already got a bard, a cleric, and a monk for our pre-gens. We need, we're gonna do 3 more builds, just so you guys know, event over time here. But we have barbarian, druid, fighter, paladin, ranger, rogue, sorcerer, warlock, and wizard. So let's come up with a cool character for that class for this tiefling to be run as. Whoop. Look at me here, just knocking everything over. Klutz, that's what I am. All right, so rogue, everybody's dropping rogue. Rogue, just, all right, that's it. Yeah, for Bluffy and High Con, Tiefling. All right, there we go. You guys got it. A Tiefling Rogue. So I'm going to scratch off Tiefling off our list, and I'm going to scratch off Rogue. So we have a Rogue. And just so you guys know, the other 2 characters are female. The monk and the bard are female. The dwarven cleric is a male. So let me know what sex our tiefling will be. And we'll just get into the book here. If you guys are following along with your books open, if you have them, let's find tieflings. Boom, boom, boom. Gnomes, half orcs. All right, tieflings on page 42 and 43. What are the class bonuses for this? Ability score increase. Your intelligence score increases by 1 and your charisma score increases by 2. Nice. That's really good. So for this character, let's go ahead and do a look again at our stats. We have an 8, a 9, an 11, a 12, and 2 14s. So I'm guessing that possibly that charisma might be one that we want to play with and dexterity, right? Oh, do an all-female party like the comic The Rat Queens. Great comic. We got female, dude, male. All right. All right. Nice. A tiefling who's unsure of his or her abilities. That's a really cool idea. Rogue. All right. So we're gonna make it a rogue male, tiefling rogue male. And oh, you guys are killing me. All right. Let's do it like this. D6, right? D6, odd, it's a male because, you know, as we know, we're odd. Even, female. All right, here we go. Odd male, even female. It's odd, it's a bro. Well, I wouldn't say a bro, a dude, a guy, a male. Male, tiefling. All right, so what do you guys think? As far as the stats, where are we at with stats here? I like doing an even spread, so one of the 14's in charisma, but get it even across the board with charisma being the highest stat. All right, that's a good idea. Oh, swashbuckler, that's a good one. All right, here we go. We're gonna put one of the 14's. If we put a 14 in charisma, that's gonna make it a 16 because of the charisma bump. All right. If we put the other 14 in dexterity, the dexterity doesn't mod in this one, but because of a rogue, you know, we all know that that's going to be important, right? Intelligence, wisdom 11. What do you guys think on that? 11 wisdom, intelligence. I'm thinking if we give the 9 on strength, 8 con. What are you guys thinking here? 46, drop lowest. Like, yep, that's how we did it. Noble, capitalize on that charisma. Ooh, go noble. As far as when we get into that part, yeah, that's a good idea. That'd make it 2 nobles in the group. Put the lowest in wisdom. All right, so 8 in wisdom. All right, so we got rid of the 8, both 14, so we have a 9, 11, and 12 for strength, con, and intelligence. And we get a bonus of con 11. Okay, that's good. So 9 strength, 12 intelligence, and because of the bonus, we get a +1 to their intelligence, so we'll make it a 13. When I capitalize on the dex as a rogue, we would, but 14 is as high it's going to go on dex because the 16 charisma is still just a 14 with the charisma bonus for the racial trait. Yeah, I think charming is going to be a good one. So 9 strength, 12 intelligence, which gets rid of that 11 as well. I mean, it make it a 13 because the 11 was put in Constitution, so 12 makes it a 13. So I'm going to write that real quick on this so you guys can see it. See how well this looks here. We haven't done it like this yet. 9, 14, 11, 13, 8, and 16. And because he's got a low wisdom score, he might try to assert his charms in positions that it probably shouldn't really be used. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, so there's the stats. Everybody, not too bad. And then 14 in con, make it a 14 down the row. You know, that's, all right, that's actually not a bad idea. If we put the 12 in con, but where's that 11 gonna go, everybody? All right. And intelligence, the 11 will go in intelligence, get a +1, make it a 12. But the 12 here makes it a 14, and put the other 14 in Constitution. There you go. Yeah, you guys got it. All right. There we go. I think this one works better. All right, so 14 con, 12 intelligence, 8 wisdom, 14 charisma, 14 dex, 9 strength. All right, there we go. And I'll just make those changes on here. All right, there we go. Good job. Thanks, guys. Much better. Good job, guys. Min-maxing at its finest. Absolutely. You guys are helping out here, making a really cool character. Now, we know it's a rogue, a male tiefling rogue. Those are its stats. You can see it on the side over here, showing that 9, 14, 14, 12, 8, 14. We need a name for this tiefling before we really start getting into background and all the other fun stuff, right? So, and an alignment. Everybody else is good, and this is going to be a good party, so we need to have a good aligned character here as well. So let's work on that. You're right, James. Absolutely well-rounded character. Thanks. All right. Again, just as a reminder for those of you that are watching, we are giving away a really cool prize today. Just go ahead and if you're watching, if you're enjoying this, like this broadcast. We're giving away a Tales from the Yawning Portal, a DMG, a PHB for 5th edition, 2 blister packs of characters. Here we got Human Ranger and the female Human Rogue, both from the WizKids' new line of HD minis primed with Vallejo Prime miniatures. And the little gem in the prize pack is this awesome 1st edition, first print Dungeons & Dragons Volume 3 of the 3 booklets from the Underworld and Wilderness Adventures thing, just to add into your collection of cool little D&D prizes there. All right, so just go ahead and like the thing here, and if you guys feel like sharing it, that's cool too. We appreciate it. All right, so Chaotic Lawful, Neutral Good, True Newt, Chaotic Good. I like the nameless idea. He bluffs his name throughout the campaign. Neutral Good. All right, so we got a lot of neutral goods and chaotic goods. I like that. I like the idea of nameless, bluffs his name throughout the campaign. That's pretty fun. We'll go with that. We'll give him a name. He's nameless. He has a name. We actually will give him a name, but as a character, like a character flaw or character hook, he goes by whatever suits his fancy in the situation he's in. He can be, you know, Thizzlewick, the wise, or whatever character. Like, he's almost like a performer in and of itself, much like the other characters that are in the party. So if you guys want to come up with his real name, but he keeps that hidden, that'd be great. True name, Mr. Anderson. Mr. Smith hands a coin. Sylvis Kidney Punch. Oh, that's cool. I like Sylvis. We go with Sylvis, Sylvas. Put that on the dry erase here as well. All right. Is his real name, but he has a nameless character track where he bluffs and swoons all those around him as best he can. He's that handsome devil, if you will. All right, so Sylvis. And maybe he doesn't have a last name. All right. Gord loves me. You know what? I like that. I like Sylvis loves me. L-A-U-V dash. Let's go with Sylvis. L-A-V S-M-E-E is the last name, and we'll just do it 3 dashes across. Sylvis dash love dash me. That's a cool name. Very cool. If you use a bow, pretend you're a ranger. I think this character would absolutely pretend to be a ranger, a wizard, pretty much anything, just to fit in or coerce to get whatever it is that drives his character. So age, he's put him in his 20s, early 20s. We got his alignment. We know his size, or medium size. His speed is 30. We'll just jot that down real quick. Dark Vision has that. Hellish Resistance, which is pretty cool, as all Tieflings have. Hellish Resistance, resistance to fire. All right, there we go. Infernal Legacy. You know the Thaumaturgy cantrip. Once you reach 3rd level, you can cast the Hellish Rebuke spell per day as a 2nd level spell. Once you reach 5th, and you can also cast the Darkness spell once per day. Charisma is your spellcasting ability for these spells. That's pretty cool, using Charisma as your spellcasting ability. Languages, you can speak, read, and write Common and Infernal. That's cool. Common and Infernal. I can like that. All right, so we picked Rogue. Let's go to the Rogue character class. All right, went right to it super quick. I got to move this sword out of the way. It's irritating me. Look at that. Ah, Conan. It's a cool prop. It's heavy. All right. Isn't the changeling race a race from Volos? Allergic to shellfish, character flaws. That's just like me, allergic to shellfish. Real life flaw. Class features, hit points. Hit dice 1d8, so we're going to 8, 9, 10 because of the Constitution. So 10 hit points. Armor, wears light armor. So are we going to go leather or studded leather for this character? What do you guys think? What do you guys want to dress our Tiefling Rogue as? Leather or studded? Dig the sword on the table. What is the riddle of steel? Matthew, the riddle of steel is it's only as strong as the flesh that wields it. So if you guys actually want to see this thing get made, you can go to go90.com and check out the Superfan Builds Conan. It's pretty cool. Weapons, simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, and short swords. You guys already mentioned that because this character has a weak strength based on the rolls that we had, that we're going to have to go with a dex, finesse weapon. So yeah, we're absolutely going to take a rapier as our weapon of choice, so we can use finesse. Saving throws are dex and intelligence. So actually, that actually did help a lot with the choice of what we decided for where the stats were going to go. When you talk about, yeah, rapier, gotta go. Steel isn't strong, flesh is stronger. That is right. Leather, you can make some very fine clothes out of leather that would also act as armor, and convincing rogues wear, yeah, they're right. Conniving rogues only wear the finest of leather armor. So we'll put that down to the finest of leather armor. All right. You guys really set on the noble path as well when we get into the personality trait path and ideals, bonds, and goals and flaws there. So finest leather, great leather, and some thieves' tools. We also have some thieves' tools. Gotta have those. Thieves' tools. All right. We have expertise and sneak attack, which is a beautiful, beautiful device right there. Noble or performer did. Yeah, Matthew, thanks for joining. The alignment we picked was chaotic good because of the fact that this character is like nameless and has a name, but never gives his true name to anybody. And I think as a character hook, that's really cool. So when he introduces himself to individuals, depending on the situation, he becomes who he needs to be. Much like Identity or whatever that. You guys remember that show back in the day where the guy basically was a con man who would, he's chased by the CIA or the government, but he had such a wide range of skills that he could infiltrate pretty much any profession that he needed to. So that kind of fits this character. At first level, choose 2 of your skill proficiencies or 1 of your skill proficiencies and your proficiency with the thieves' tools. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses either of those chosen abilities. Nice. So from the 4 skills that we can choose from, we have acrobatics, athletics, deception, insight, intimidation, investigation, perception, performance, persuasion, sleight of hand, and stealth. What are the 2 that we're going to pick 4, but what are the 2 we're going to be like masters of? Oh, the Pretender. Yes. Volney, you are the man. Or that is no, Jason Bourne. Catch me if you can. The Pretender. Yeah, everybody got it. Everybody's dropping that. James, Jacob, everybody. The Pretender. Adam, yes. Deception, persuasion. Okay, so yeah. Persuasion and deception are absolutely going to be the 2 that we're going to take for that character as far as the expertise. Awesome. But we need 2 other skills that of the 4 to pick. We have intimidation, investigation, sleight of hand, performance. I think performance would be a good one too because of the fact that he needs to take on different character identities in this build that we're putting together. So I'm going to go with also having performance as one of his skills. And what's another one, everybody? Sleight of hand is always good. Devils never give their real name except when signing a contract. They don't want any wizards being able to summon them. Sean, that is perfect. A perfect example of why we go with the whole nameless with this character. That's pretty cool. Performance and sleight of hand. So, okay, so sleight of hand, everybody's kind of got that one in there. So there we go. We got our 4 skills: deception, performance, persuasion, and sleight of hand. Very, very roguish. All right. So we've done that. Got everything else. Now let's go to those amazing personality traits, ideals, backgrounds, and everything like that. And also we should talk a little bit about what this character looks like, right? Overall. I'm just looking for that piece of paper that has all that. There we go. Like age, we said like low 20s. We're thinking like 21. We'll give them 21. Tieflings, because of their appearance looking like devilish, are we going to give them small horns, big horns, drooped horns? What kind of horns do you think it would be? That would be a good one. No worries, David. Thanks you for joining. We appreciate it. Looks like the dude. Keep going, guys. I have a level 17 character to finish for my group. Looks like a great character to play. Wish I was playing him. That's funny that you say that, James. There's probably going to be an opportunity for everybody to be able to play these characters if they want to. We're working that out. The Gentleman's Rogue. That's right. So more like a ram style, kind of like where it comes back and kind of curves a little bit on the horns. Curled like a bighorn. Okay. Curled horns. When I think of curled horns like that, if you guys are familiar with the comic book Saga, I always think of the one character who kind of has the horns that kind of curl like that. There we go. Now, height. Skin, because he has that demonic heritage, you know, the hellish background there. What kind of skin color do we want this guy to have? And hair, if any. Raymond, yes, this will be put up on YouTube. We do have a YouTube channel, Game Trade Media, if you guys want to follow that as well. These will be rebroadcast on YouTube. We have started putting more stuff up there. One broken horn. That could be something that we put in there. That's a good one. Pale or white? Ooh, horns like Marco yeah, exactly, Marco from Saga. Like Michael says, a reddish blue. We got 1-inch heroes with brownish red. Megan Mahoney says ash gray. This character certainly is coming together. Absolutely, Mike. This is red with a purple hue. All right, so we already know that there's going to be a redness, and we'll give almost like let's go with a dark purple and brown. So like a reddish with a little bit of like almost like when he moves a little bit, it can like shimmer a little bit, so it becomes a little darker. So we'll go reddish with dark highlights, and those dark highlights could be blues, blacks, whatever. Or dark lowlights, as it were. So it gives more of a depth to that character. That's pretty cool. It'd almost be like cell shading for animation. Is this a world setting where tieflings are accepted or mistrusted? Because maybe disguise might be good if disguise is a skill in 5th. Disguise is not, but that would probably fall under performance, which we did take. But tieflings obviously still have those same kind of issues. This will be going into an adventure that probably is going to be run into Forgotten Realms, is what I'm kind of looking at. If you guys remember Raven's Bluff, I'm thinking about returning to Raven's Bluff with these characters. Michael, hurry up, get home. Dark undertones, yeah, perfect, Adam. That's exactly it. All right, so height, I'm thinking like 5'9" would be like the max for this character, but what's the average height for a tiefling? You guys, let's go back to 42, 43 and kind of see what we've got here. All right. doesn't really say there. So let's go to the character backgrounds and all that, because that's where we're gonna, I think it kind of gives us that information. All right, so character detail. Tiefling's base height is 4'9" with a 2d8 modifier. Oh, how about that? You guys want to just roll for the height mods and see how tall our character is? Bags under the eyes because of lack of sleep because he is haunted by hell. Yeah, shoot, that seems like a lot of us. Like me right now, look at these bags. It's the worst. Eyes, we'll put some bags, but defined almond eyes. So what do you guys think? Mod, yeah, down with rolling. Me too. Here we go. D8. 2d8 is what it takes. And I have one here, so we'll roll this twice. So it's 4'9" plus 2d8 inches. 1, so that makes him 4'10". And 4, so he's 5'2". That's about right for a rogue. 5'2". And it would also account maybe for his lack of physical appearance with a strength of 9. His weight starts off at 110 and has 2d4 pounds added to him, so we'll roll that as well. So 2d4, that's a 4 right there, 4. And 2, so he's 116 pounds. Makes about the right sense for that character. 6 foot and awkward. Wait a minute, it's the roll you roll. That's right. Thank you, Jacob. That is absolutely right. Again, real quick, we're doing a 5th edition character build for anybody that's just tuning in, utilizing you guys as a community is helping me build this character, and these characters are going to be pre-generated characters for a game that's going to be done here later on. It's going to be a one-shot adventure scenario featuring some publishers from other companies that are going to sit around the table and play with us here. We also have a prize going on today. If you like this broadcast, if you're enjoying it, please like it. You'll be entered to win a player's handbook, a DMG, Tales from the Yawning Portal, 2 character packs, the Human Ranger and Human Rogue, female and male packs from WizKids, and also the little gem of the prize pack is this right here, book from the original Dungeons and Dragons pamphlet book that's from 1974, or I'm sorry, yeah, 1974. This is really cool add-on to anybody's collection. So just like it, and if you like it, share it, so that your friends can become a part of this as well. All right, so we're back up here. Now we're going to go with those personality traits and backgrounds. So this character's background, what do you guys think? Some of you have said noble, some of you have said, what was the other one that was suggested here? We have criminal contact, or criminal. An entertainer would be a good one. Again, you said noble. Outlander is always fun. Sailor. Soldier. Urchin. So there's a lot of good options there. Performer. Charlton. Conman. Is Conman one of them? I mean, we could just come up with a Conman. I mean, that's kind of a Charlton character there. Which is deception and sleight of hand, which are the 2 that we already chose for skill proficiencies. But if we take something else, maybe I could broaden its proficiency levels. But that's a good one. The charlatan is always a good one. Disguise kit, forgery kit. I mean, that actually fits that character perfectly. The charlatan. Conman, I think, is homebrew. But you know what? Conman and charlatan are pretty much hand in hand, very similar. Former noble disowned and turned conman. If you get entertainer, you get perform, so you can swap for something else. Conman would be the charlatan, I think. Yeah, that charlatan is a good one. I think we're going to go with the charlatan just because it really fits the character you guys are already kind of describing with this guy who doesn't want to give his name out, takes on different characters or personalities to fit into the scenarios in which he is immersed. So it definitely fits that category. So For favorite schemes, every con man has an angle he or she uses in preference to other schemes. So you guys already said it, and there's a chance to roll your roll. So we got a D6 here to roll for scheme. If we don't like it, we can even come up with what this person's scam or scheme is when trying to do his thing. All right, there we go. Here we go. We're going to roll it. So, boom. 5. I run sleight of hand cons on street corners. That's actually not a bad one. What do you guys think? You think we keep that one, or do you guys want to come up with one? I'm just going to write down that we're going with the charlatan. And write down scam here. Oh no, snake oil salesman. I like, so do we want to go with that one as a scam? Even though he's a chaotic good character, everybody needs their hustle to make a little coin on the side to keep their bellies full and their roof over their head, even if it's for the night. So what do you guys think? Is running sleight of hand cons on street corners, a little 3-card Monty, going to be the one of choice for this character, or something else? All right, keep it. All right, we're going to go with that. Sleight of hand cons is what it is. Sleight of hand. And because we did take sleight of hand as one of the expertise ones for this character. I'm sorry, as one of the chosen. Sleight of hand is this con. Very cool. All right, so now for personality trait, we have a D8 to roll here. Let's find out what we got building this character. Sylvus Lasme, the nameless rogue con man. Boom. A 3. So 3 puts us at flattery is my preferred trick for getting what I want. Again, that's almost is perfect for this character. Again, taking on a different role of who he is and the situations that he gets put into, and using flattery as that con man, like finesse. What do you guys think of that? Do we keep a card shark with sleight of hand? Yes, yes. Gambler, he makes his money playing 3 dragon ante. Yes, he does. What do you guys think of that, though? As far as his personality trait, he likes flattery. It is his preferred trick for getting what he wants. I think that's a good one. What do you guys think? Flattery. Flattery. Got a big exclamation point there. Yos. All right, here we go. We'll put down flattery. All right, so flattery is their personality trait, which is great because flattery works in a lot of situations. All right, now ideal for this character, you have your ideal trait here. Is a D6, and we'll see what comes out of that. Here we go. Ooh, a 3 there as well. Charity. It says that he distributes the money I acquire to the people who really need it. That's actually also fits that good character. If he gets what he needs and has excess that he can give to others in need, it fits that Robin Hoodish. You know, yes, he's a rogue and he's a flatterer and everything, but he also has a good heart to do good things, which kind of fits into this character as well. What was one on an ideal? Independence. I am a free spirit. No one tells me what to do. That's a good one too. The thing is that we can actually do independent and charity. Nobody tells him what to do. He does what he wants, and most times he's doing something good for others. That's right. I like that. Yeah, very Robin Hood. All right, so we'll do that. We'll take the charity ideal, but you know what? I want to add, just for role-playing purposes, I think independence is also really a good one. He really is adamant about his independence and doesn't want people telling him what to do, which is why he might act out in some situations. So we can, it's all about building a cool character here. So we got charity as its main, but he also has a very strong ideal of independence. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me I can't 3-card Monty these guys to take these rich walker buyers' money to feed myself and maybe the orphans over here as well. So now we go into the bond of this character. The bond is going to tell us what, kind of keeps him on this path. And here we go. It's a 5. A powerful person killed someone that I love, and someday soon I will have my revenge. What do you guys think of that one? Is that a good one for this character? That this individual did love somebody, maybe now because someone powerful killed the person that they love, they don't think they will ever find love, but they know that through flattery they can get what they want. Hustle, get all the hustling traits out there, doing what they do, in hopes to maybe even garner some information on how to get closer to their target. I would love to bring this character to your game. All right. He's the creepy thin man from Charles Lee's Angels. That might be why he steals from rich and gives to the poor. Yeah, Jada, this is all working out to the YouTube channel that we have is Game Trade Media. It has the same little logo as you see here, and also on their channel Facebook page as well. So Game Trade Media is our YouTube, and this will be on YouTube relatively soon. It'll be posted up there as a rebroadcast. Yeah, it could be anybody. Someone he absolutely loves could be anybody in that backstory. So I like that. We'll go with the Bond. A powerful person killed someone they love. Killed a loved one. All right. So this character's got a really cool background, and you guys are coming up with some really cool character hooks for role-playing purposes for this character. It's awesome. I love it. Now we have to give them that flaw, that one thing. All right. Someone already said allergic to shellfish. That's actually pretty funny. I almost want to put it down as a secondary flaw, so I am going to do that, but we're still going to roll to get that flaw as well, the one that's in the book here. All right, here we go. Character flaw, 1d6. 6. I hate to admit it, and I will hate myself for it, but I'll run and persevere my own hide if the going gets tough. All right, so that's a deep flaw for a character, that they're kind of a coward, and that they would run if the going got tough. But it does give them the opportunity to come back and seek revenge. His sister, after being abandoned by his parents, perhaps killed by a corrupt guard who wanted to hide their own crimes by blaming them on ooh, yeah. That's hella roguish. You're right, Joe. That is hella roguish. Even these backgrounds, as far as who the loved one is, are really, a lot of you are saying a sibling is the one that was killed. That's a good one. Sibling. I'm going to put that down there. Sibling. All right. Now, again, the flaw being will run and preserve his own hide if the going gets tough. And I think that kind of does fit this character a little bit. Will run to survive. We'll put that down. That's kind of like that dark, sad backstory to this character. Sister or sibling was killed by someone of power. Let's say, was abandoned, raised in an orphanage. In that orphanage, someone of money came and took his sister or sibling, whichever, and took him into as an adoption. Ended up actually utilizing for some dark arts or something that killed them, and that got back to him, and now he seeks out revenge in his own way, and will eventually find that revenge. Everyone likes their grandma. Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know about running like that if he had such a deep goal to get revenge. He may have a deep goal to get revenge on he has a one target. If he would, in this, let's say he's in a scenario where he's with a party and they're getting their butts handed to him, and if it would take him out of being able to get to this goal of killing this one person that hurt him, I think he would run just to save his own hide so that he can still get to this point. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a really good, dark, sad RP character hook for this character, and I think I'd love to see that role played. So, or we'll run and come back round through another entrance into the same room to get that good backstab. There's lots of cool angles you can work with that. Priest was killed by Lord of Land. Yeah, there's all sorts of cool ideas. Sibling was trained in magical arts and gained great power. The power and ability was then harvested by one. Yeah, that's a good one, Simon. I like that. Can't wait to see full video when it's done. But lunchtime is over. All right, Whisper, Raven's girl, that Ravnos girl, thank you for joining us. Have a great lunch. Sorry you have to go back to work. Off to work. All right. My motto when I play a rogue is, he who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. Absolutely. Do you have a streaming channel on Twitch? Jeffrey, we do have a Twitch channel. The channel over there is also Game Trade Media. It used to be Comic WoW. We rebranded it for the Game Trade Media side stuff because that's a better platform with it. We're still trying to figure out how we are going to best utilize Twitch. So stay tuned. We will be utilizing it soon. Wanting to kill the dude and wanting to do what you feel better, fear takes over. Exactly. Absolutely, Joe. That's a great way of looking at it. All right, so I'm going to write some of this down real quick for that backstory. Sibling killed, orphan, because I'm going to flesh all this out and everything. So sibling killed, was an orphan, rich and powerful, enemy or target. The guy might not even realize or girl or the rich person or the person of power or wealth that did the crime may not even realize that they're a target in this rogue. I mean, it could be at such a position that the activities of this one lowly roguish tiefling are just not within his purview. He's like, I don't even know who you are. You're that crumb on the street that I don't even take the time to look at. That could be that whole mentality while he's sitting there planning and plotting to take his revenge. That kind of leads into that chaotic side of that. The character is chaotic good. The face. Eat his face. All right. That self-hate. This is a nice RP. Yeah, I really feel that what you guys have added to this character has absolutely made this character one of the ones I'm feeling like I can really see this one being the one to watch when we do put the table of players together to play these pre-gens that you guys are helping me build. But also showing everybody, hey, Dungeons and Dragons is awesome. And some of you that may not be familiar with it or may not be playing it, you can go to your local game store, pick up a player's handbook, DMG, Monster Manual, all sorts of other supplements and references. Usually a shop that sells it has a community. You can get involved and play there or meet new people and play games, become part of the gaming community. So it's all a big, happy family, and that's what we're trying to do here at Game Trade Media is build this community so we can have dialogues like this to build awesome characters. We're not just going to stick with D&D. You will see us do other RPGs later, but I want to get through this D&D build because this is going to be a really cool campaign setting that we're going to be putting together for the first thing being that one-shot adventure scenario. And like I said, I think we're going to go back to Raven's Bluff is where we're going to go with that scenario. So it should be a lot of fun. And just a reminder, we are having a giveaway today. The giveaway will be one lucky winner who likes this broadcast. So make sure you like it. Will be winning a player's handbook, a DMG, Tales from the Yawning Portal, which has a bunch of adventures in it that are from days of yore. You got the Against the Giants. You've got the Shattered Tower, or Shattered Spire, I think is one of them. Tomb of Horrors is in there. And also 2 blister packs, which have 4 little minis, 2 each. The Human Female Rogue and the Human Ranger, Male Ranger, which are both really nice. These are by WizKids. And then the little gem for the prize today is this original Dungeons and Dragons book from 1974, one of the many pamphlet books that were available back in the olden days, if you will. But for anybody that's into Dungeons and Dragons, this is a great piece of collectability for your shelves or as just a display item. So there you have it. So make sure you like it, share it if you will. That's awesome. D&D agree, but maybe you could do. I'd love to do Call of Cthulhu and 7th Sea in the future, and I probably will. So just stay tuned. We still got a few more to go here. So as far as D&D 1, so next week we'll be doing another D&D building character. If you guys aren't watching it, you should. We do a miniature painting show every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. So tune into that. It's called Painting Happy Little Minis, and we just sit around the table here and we paint miniatures from games that are coming out. This week we did that are either coming out or already out, but worth picking up. We did Imperial Assault yesterday for Star Wars Day, and we've done Warhammer, Walking Dead, All Out War. We've done a bunch of properties that have miniatures involved in them. It's a lot of fun. But this, again, back to the character. This character is sick. I love it. The male Tiefling Rogue. He's a nameless one, basically. And he can take on, he likes to take on the different character personality traits that are necessary to immerse himself into a situation. His personality trait of flattery flatters to get what he wants. But he is charitable. If he is doing his 3-card Monty or 3-dragon Monty out on the sidewalk, on the street corner to raise a little money, put a little food in his belly, anything in excess of the money he needs, he gives it to those who need it more. But he also is very independent and doesn't like being told what to do. His bond was a powerful person killed a loved one, kind of going with a sibling on this. Sister, I think, is absolutely the one to take on that. But his flaw is that in a situation that he feels threatened that he may absolutely not make it out of, he will run to save his own hide. Not because he's so much scared, let's say, but because that is his goal. His goal is not to die in this room. His goal is to survive, to kill that one individual that killed his loved one. So that's a really cool RP character going on right there. Yes, we do lots of cool minis. Is there a D&D day? As far as like where we actually play, not yet. We're building our programming around a bunch of the stuff that we do. We got some board gaming stuff coming up really soon. That's going to be pretty cool. And we do a lot of interviews, go to conventions and stuff like that, so you guys can see product coming out from the different publishers. We do interviews with like Renegade Games, makers of Clank and Lotus and that. And we did R&R Games and Games Workshop and Ultra Pro and Cryptozoic. Pretty much any company that makes a board game or tabletop game, we do have access to do interviews with them, and we do those at shows and stuff, so you guys will see that content. And if you look on our Facebook page here and look under the videos, there's a lot. There are a lot of videos you can go back and watch. Very cool stuff. Thanks for the catch-up. Yep. All right. So there we go. We've got all that done. The character is pretty much done. I just need to flesh this out with all the information you guys gave me. So let's go ahead and take a look at everybody that liked it. Remember, you got to like the page to be able to be a winner. All right. So right after we get done here, I'm going to go back to my office. So stay tuned. I'm going to announce it in the chat who the winner is. And it's going to be one of y'all that liked this broadcast. So make sure you're liking it because you're going to get some really cool swag. This has been Building Character. We did our Rogue Male Tiefling. I'm Rick. I've been your host, and I've appreciated your guys' time in helping me build this amazing character. This will be our 4th character. We have 2 more to go coming up. So next week and possibly the week after, we'll finish it up. And then we'll start talking about that campaign, that one-shot scenario we're going to put together, and other RPG games that we'll be doing builds on as well. So on that note, I'll see you next Tuesday, 2 p.m., and it's going to be a lot of fun doing some Painting Happy Little Minis. Go to your local game store, pick up if you don't win, pick up these books up if you don't already have them, and I'll see you guys out there.